竜背負ってんのはおめえだけじゃねえんだよ。お前を殺し風間を越えて俺ら堂島の竜になる。
俺はそんな肩書きはいらねえ。だが竜は一匹でいい。
ああ、お前の言う通りだ。
付き合ってやるぜ、そのくだらねえ戦いに。
Hey everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Powell Peralta Dragon formula, and specifically the 56mm V6 shape. So before we begin, I do want to disclose that I am not sponsored or endorsed by Powell Peralta or Skate1. They are not sponsoring me or this video. And I always put this disclaimer in the description of my videos. But the reason why I am saying it in the video right now is because I've seen some videos on YouTube by content creators that are actually sponsored by Powell Peralta or Skate1, and they don't disclose or fully disclose this fact. So I have zero ties to Powell Peralta or Skate1, and this is going to be my honest review and opinion about these dragon wheels. So when you get the package, they come with a set of wheels and some paper branding. It does not come with a sticker, and these are made in Southern California. Now my very first impressions with the wheels was that they felt really grippy and really nice, and the vibrations from the rough ground were really muted, but wasn't fully gone. It could definitely still feel some. It was definitely a much quieter wheel compared to a hard wheel, but wasn't completely silent like a much softer wheel. Now, slide initiation with the wheels was very easy, and it felt very, very slippery, which was a huge shock to me, because I figured that it was going to roll over rough ground really nicely, but also have a nice grippy slide, similar to like a Bones STF. But the slide on these on very rough ground, and even rough ground, anything that's not smooth really, was super slippery. And it even caught me and a few friends off guard when we first tried them out, and that we kept slipping out because we weren't expecting the wheels to be so slippery when sliding. Now the best way to describe this whole thing is that it consistently felt like a wheel that was a 97A durometer or somewhere around that age, maybe a little bit lower. It didn't really feel like a 93A wheel, at least in my opinion, because someone that skates like a hard wheel, like a 101A consistently, that's their primary wheel that they skate, they may feel like that it's a very soft wheel compared to what they usually skate. And I've had some people that skate that hardness of durometer say that to me when they try out my board. But yeah, to me it felt very consistently like somewhat of a 97A and maybe a little bit lower. Now the wheels consistently kept great speed when pushing through all terrains of surfaces, and I'll put up examples of the wheels rolling through different types of terrain right now. I could even ride and slide on these wheels on an extremely rough and extremely rocky ground with zero flat spots. And I'll put it on screen right now to show you what I experienced. Now, one problem I did have the wheels at first was when they were brand new, and I was making very deep carves, so a very sharp turn and whatnot, they did have a little tendency to slide out. So you would lose that grip in the tight carve, it would just slide out ever so slightly. Not so much of a problem when you're going slow, but when you're going fast, that can definitely be a problem. That being said, that problem did go away after a while. But, just something to keep in mind when you first get the wheels. Now, as I skated the wheels more and more and more, over time they did feel a little less slippery. Not so much where it's a huge difference, but just more so where it just felt a lot more controllable. Now, I don't know if this is because I got used to how the wheel slid, or just because it got a little bit more grippy and lost a little bit of slippery slide as the wheels worn down. Now, before I continue any more further, let's get some skating footage in here, because I'm sure you want to see how they perform. That being said, I haven't been skating to my best of my ability, so take it easy on me. Alright, so for curbs, ledges, and copings, I personally did not feel any noticeable drag when the wheels would make contact with the obstacle. That being said, I do skate at a faster speed than most skaters generally do, so that may play into a factor as to why I didn't feel any noticeable drag. So if you do get these wheels and you feel that they drag more compared to like a hard wheel on your obstacles, you would definitely need to go faster or apply some wax to the obstacle. Now, it really does feel like an amazing street wheel where you can just push through all sorts of terrain without having to sacrifice slide, which is really important when you're doing your tricks. But personally, at a smooth skate park or smooth surfaces, I didn't feel like these did anything special. The slide on smooth surfaces felt very grippy, and it's actually to where I don't like the wheels on smooth surfaces because for my personal preferences, they are too grippy. And for me, I really do need the wheels to slide really easily on skate parks. And I felt like the wheels didn't really excel at really anything at the skate park. And that's understandable, it wasn't really designed for skate park skating. Now, this sort of grippiness on the smooth surfaces is going to be great for someone who has problems sliding out on smooth surfaces, and they need a hard wheel that grips so they don't slide out as easily. But for me personally, I don't need that. I need something that slides more and doesn't grip as hard as these wheels on smooth surfaces. So is this the wheel that's going to end all wheel brands, just completely dominate the markets? Absolutely not. Now don't get me wrong, it's an amazing wheel, and it has its purposes. But if you were to just get like a dedicated cruiser board, a big soft wheel in this like the 78A or the 80A range is just going to work a lot better than the Dragon wheels. They're going to roll over like cracks and all that way more comfortably because it's going to reduce most if not all vibrations, and it's just going to be a very, very smooth ride. It's not an amazing hard wheel either, like I said earlier, but really just for people like me that need that slide over the grip for smooth surfaces. And actual complaints that I've heard is that the wheels are too quiet and people prefer like the loud barkiness and the loud sounds of a hard wheel that the Dragons just don't offer. So even for the mid-durometer wheels that the wheels are competing against, like the Riptide Clouds or the OG keyframes, some people may not like how easy it is to slide on the wheels and how slippery the wheels may feel on rough surfaces, and they might actually prefer the much more grippier slide that Riptide Clouds and OG keyframes can offer. So it really boils down to personal preference stuff. So personally, I'll recommend these wheels that just needs one board that can do everything, really. It can roll over rough surfaces, it can still slide, it can still feel good at skate parks without sacrificing like anything really. And it's just a really good wheel for that. So if they don't want like a separate setup, so like they want a dedicated cruiser, dedicated street board, a dedicated park board, stuff like that, and they just want to consolidate all of that into one board, these wheels are really, really good for that. Now that being said, if you can afford it and you're willing to have multiple setups, I still do believe that having like dedicated setups for specific types of skating, so like a cruiser board or your park board or whatever like that, is still going to be a better option compared to the Dragon wheels. The price of the wheels can also deter some because the MSRP can range from $41 to $45 depending on the size, and the sizes and shapes are really, really limited right now. You only have 52mm, 54mm, and 56mm. And with the 54mm, there's two shapes, with only one of them being a slightly wider riding surface. So your sizes and your shapes are extremely limited to the Dragon wheels as of now, but I'm sure that Powell's going to release more sizes later on down the road. Now honestly, the graphic is whatever. I've seen complaints about it. I really don't care about it because it's going to wear away pretty fast, you know? Personally, mine graphic is still holding up well, but some people do really care about the wheel graphics, so that can be a pro or a con. Now I'm also not entirely sure about the longevity of these wheels. So after skating these for a few weeks, one of my wheels has worn down almost a full millimeter. And that may or may not seem like a lot of wear. And this is really going to depend on how fast you personally wear down your wheels. Now personally, I haven't had a hard wheel that's worn down this fast just after a few weeks of skating. And I'm sure that if I skate like a lot of rough grounds and I'm sliding around a lot and I'm doing it like pretty much every single day, the wheels are going to wear down even faster. So overall, I really do think they're a great wheel, especially if you're skating a lot of crust but you don't want to sacrifice your slide, which is definitely a problem that a lot of mid-durometer wheels do have. But I'm not going to go and say that it is the wheel that you absolutely need that excels over every single other wheel on the market, because that's just a straight out lie. Best thing to do is, if you're not sure, find someone that has them and try them out for yourself, or take the risk, buy a set of wheels and see if they work out for you. And that has been yet another video review. If you think I missed anything or you have any questions, just leave them in the comment section below, and as always, I will see you in the next one.